I am honored to have been asked to begin this very special and very important ceremony. The time-honored tradition of pinning is not only a celebration of the hard work these students have done to get here, but also a way that we as faculty can acknowledge their entry into this profession and their desire to obtain a bachelor's degree in nursing. Each pin represents countless hours of hard work, perseverance, and a deep commitment to our trusted profession. A BSN isn't just a piece of paper. Studies have shown that BSN-prepared nurses contribute to better patient outcomes, including lower mortality rates and fewer medication errors. A BSN holds expectations for both employers and the profession. More in-depth knowledge on health promotion and disease prevention, advanced health assessment, critical thinking, and nursing leadership. Leadership is not just management. Leadership takes the form of advocacy, change, and championing evidence-based practice. I'm excited to have both our undergraduate nursing students as well as our online ADN BSN students here with us today. Our undergraduate students have completed 5 semesters. I know, it seemed a lot more than that. And such a long time ago, when you first sat in these chairs for the white coat ceremony, and have successfully completed the requirements of the school and the university. Our ADN students received their nursing degree from a community college, but understanding the need for higher level of thinking, they returned to us for their BSN degree. These students completed several of the same classes as those around them, including community health, research, and leadership, while many working as RNs already, all meant to prepare future nurse leaders. The pinning ceremony symbolizes the transition from student to professional nurse, a moment filled with pride, accomplishment, and anticipation for the future. It's okay to pat yourselves on the back. Finally smile, finally believing that you can, indeed, do this. Although the ceremony is a tradition in nursing, it is also a testament to their resilience and dedication. It honors the late nights spent studying and doing care plans, the hands-on experiences in clinical settings, some good, some not so good, and the unwavering support from family, friends, and faculty. This journey has been marked by challenges and triumphs, each shaping you into a compassionate caregiver, willing to take the time to listen to someone's story, because you have one too, and that story shapes who you are. So from this day forward, whenever you think of a lapel pin, no matter what that pin represents, remember this pin. This pin represents all the work you've put into this degree. And even more, it represents the values you've learned along the way: empathy, integrity, and excellence. So, with that in mind, let's begin our celebration. I'd like to introduce Dr. Melissa Joe, sorry. Said her name many times, Dr. Melissa Joe. She is our undergraduate director for the program, and she will be giving us the presentation.
Thank you.
Oh gosh, I want to be able to mispronounce your name, but it's so hard to actually mispronounce your name. So I have the distinct honor on a couple of aspects, I think, not just to give this talk, a very brief talk, but to also have just witnessed from the beginning of your entrance into the program. We know how hard it was for you to even get to the process of, like, remember back in, like, orientation and the interviews and all of that, just to get in that space. And now just to be here 5 semesters later and you're graduating, it's just so exciting, and I'm so proud. And then for some of these students, I got to actually spend the last 15 weeks as your instructor for one of your final courses as seniors. And so I really am very honored to be here today. And so as I was reflecting on what to talk to you all about today, I thought about power, which seems like a really odd topic for a nursing pinning ceremony. But let me explain to you what I mean. As you're graduating from our program, I thought about how we don't often think about nursing as a powerful profession, right? We think about what nurses are the most, what profession? Trusted, right? Consistently, year after year, nurses are voted the most trusted profession by the Gallup survey in this country. But I would submit to you today that I think nurses are the most powerful or among the most powerful professions. And sure, you could look at things like our numbers, right? According to the American Association of Colleges of Nursing, we are the largest workforce healthcare profession with nearly, anyone want to guess? How many million nurses? 4.7 million nurses in this country, and you're about to become part of that 4.7 million, plus about 30 of you today, right? We also have collective power, and you've learned about that in your classes, right? You've learned about the collective power of joining professional organizations, of voting, about being part of a union, and all of those things that we do collectively as a profession, right? But I want to tell you today that you all have individual power. And you might not feel like it sometimes because, like, as an undergraduate nursing school or even an RN-to-BSN, student, you kind of have that student-professor thing. You're a student here in a sea of 45,000 students at Cal State Long Beach. So sometimes you might not always feel powerful, but I want to tell you today that your power rests in three areas: knowledge, favor, and engagement. So I'm going to just talk briefly about each one of those things. Now, you know that you have a lot of knowledge. At least our faculty would want to tell you that you have a lot of knowledge. The last 5 semesters for the RN-to-BSN students, your 7 courses with us, you're coming out with a lot of knowledge, right? But I want to tell you that the way that we use these 3 things, the knowledge, favor, and engagement, there's a potential with each one of those areas to use it for the good, to use those powers for good, and there's also the potential for those to become destructive. And let me tell you what I've thought about is that in nursing, the most destructive threat or abuse of power doesn't come from direct force, as we would traditionally think about abuse of power. I think that the destructive aspect of this comes from neglecting or withholding one of these 3 areas, right? Knowledge, favor, and engagement. And so with knowledge, I want to encourage you to be curious always. You've heard throughout your program of how important it is to be a lifelong learner, right? I know you can't get through Dr. Conrad's course without her talking about that, or getting through orientation. We talked about this, right? Continue to be curious. I'm so proud of the students that were in my 454 class because you selected a topic that was a problem area you identified, and you were supposed to come up with the guidelines, and some of the groups were like, wait, there's either no guideline or there's conflicting guidelines. And I was so proud of the way that you leaned into that. And you're like, well, there's this guideline says this thing, and then another guideline says another. So, and then you, at the end of the day, you were okay with the ambiguity and diving into what the existing knowledge is right now today, and then all of your groups came up with, here's what we would recommend. And it was so great because I think it would have been easy to be like, throw up your hands and be frustrated. Maybe you were frustrated along the way, but at the end you were like, okay, we're going to take all of these sources of knowledge and reconcile them together. So I encourage you to continue to lean into that. Never be satisfied with saying, I don't know, either to yourself or when someone else tells you, I don't know. There is an answer, or there is an approximation to that answer that you need to continue to be curious about. Secondly, the power of favor. Favor is defined as an act of kindness beyond what is due or usual. An act of kindness that is beyond what is due or usual. You know, we live in a culture today that is very much you get what you deserve, or you have to earn someone's favor. And I want to submit to you today that your patients don't have to earn your favor. They shouldn't have to earn your favor. Your coworkers shouldn't have to earn your favor. But this is going to be hard, right? Because sometimes there are going to be situations that are hard. You're going to have that difficult patient. I'm sure each of you at least has one difficult patient story you could tell me today, right? And you didn't withhold your favor in that situation. You didn't withhold your kindness because they didn't deserve it. So I would encourage you to continue to do that. Continue to extend favor, even when it's undeserved, because that's when it is favor, right? To your coworkers, to the people that come into that room, your patients, their families. Be able to extend favor. And you want to strive to be that person that extends it even when someone doesn't deserve it. Because there's going to come a day when you don't really deserve that favor and someone's going to extend that to you. And what a great feeling that is to be the one extending as well as the one receiving it. And I think that withholding kindness and favor from our coworkers is one of the sources of toxic work environments that we're trying to deal with now. It's a problem, and I hate to tell you that as you're graduating. We want to believe that when you go out, it's all going to be great, but there are going to be hard moments, right? And so I want to encourage you to continue to extend favor to one another. Finally, the power of engagement. So I want to tell you, be alert to the enemy of engagement, and that is the opposite, disengagement, but it often begins with just the complaining and negativity. And it's so easy. I feel like, I don't know, this is an old show now, but you remember The Walking Dead? There'd be like the zombies, and the goal is just to stay alive, and there'd be like The Walking Dead, and they're grabbing at you, and they're pulling you down, right? And that's how I feel about negativity and like complaining. It just becomes that thing. So if you're in a group of people where you just feel the zombie thing happening, where they're like trying to like pull you, really, really strive to find your people and to be in that space where you can continue to engage and not disengage. 'Cause it's so easy. I feel like a lot of times our culture is also pulling us sometimes in that direction, right? To be disengaged from each other. And the very first instructor that I came as an RN to BSN student, and I had Dr. Nancy Oliver, and she's since retired and passed away, but she was so influential. This is such a long time ago. I won't tell you exactly how long ago, since I took that first RN to BSN class. But I still remember what she said on day one of the class. It was, you always have a potential to make a difference when you walk into that patient's room. And it's for good or for the worse, for good or bad, you're going to make an impression, you're going to have an impact when you step foot into that room. So I've never forgot that, because it's so easy to think, oh, I'm just going to go in and hang a piggyback. But you can go in and like hang the piggyback in a way that shows that you see, like you can acknowledge that they're there, right? So in big and small ways, always think about that. How can you engage with your patients? How can you engage with your coworkers and not just be the person that comes in and leaves, right? Engage, be the person. Like you have all been engaged with one another, so continue in that spirit, right? I know that it's going to be different now, right? Because you're not going to have like your cohorts and your CNSA meetings, but you can be that person that says, hey, why don't we plan something like outside? Let's plan an activity for us to go out and to get to know one another outside of the daily grind of work, right? So continue to engage. Each of you has the power to engage, to show favor, and to continue to be curious and to be knowledgeable. So how will you wield and steward your power in a way that causes others not just to survive, but to thrive and to flourish? Plato is quoted as saying this: the measure of a man or woman is what they do with their power. So what will you do with yours? And I'm so, so honored to welcome you all into this powerful profession of nursing. Thank you. And now it's my honor to introduce our director for the School of Nursing, Dr. Michael Williams, to present some special awards.
Welcome, congratulations. Benjamin, I like you better with your beard. I don't know if you know, he came for orientation, and I looked at him, I said, I can't fit an N95 mask on you, so he went home and shaved and came back, but I like him better with the beard, so congratulations, all of you. I have the honor of identifying or acknowledging the salutatorian and valedictorian. Every one of these people on stage is phenomenal students. I always think about this when I see what their GPAs when they came in. I would not be a nurse if I had to compete with them. So I'm glad I did it 43 years ago and not now. So the first person that I want to recognize as our salutatorian is Noelle Lim. And valedictorian is Regina Santos. And next up is Connor Young, who is our California Nursing Student Association president.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Connor, and I'm the 2025 to 2026 CNSA president. First off, congratulations, everyone. You have made it to the end. Also, a special shout out to our valedictorian and salutatorian as well. Congrats. You have all made it, and I'm wishing you guys the best on your NCLEX coming up and finding that first new grad position. I know you all will do great. Now I will be presenting the Daisy in Training Award on behalf of CNSA. And for a little bit of background, for 20 years, the Daisy Foundation has aimed to recognize and celebrate nurses who demonstrate commitment to care, compassion, and making the nurse-patient connection that makes such a difference in the healthcare experience. The Daisy Foundation was formed by the family of J. Patrick Barnes, who passed at the age of 33 of complications of an autoimmune condition. His family was touched by the kindness and compassion that the nurses showed to him every single day. During the darkest hours of their lives, Patrick's nurses were soft voices of hope and love at the bedside. With the creation of the Daisy Foundation, there is now a platform for patients to voice their express their gratitude to nurses who provide extraordinary and compassionate care to all. So today, on behalf of the Daisy Foundation, I'm here to give the Daisy in Training Award to recognize one extraordinary student voted by this cohort for their excellent clinical skills and in creating the special patient-to-family connection during their time here at the beach. So when selecting a recipient for this award, students were called upon to write a quick brief statement about the student and why they would be voting them for this award. So this individual was described as a natural leader, a supportive presence, and someone who radiates constant kindness to classmates, faculty, nurses, patients, and all of the above. She's always going above and beyond, not only for her patients, but fellow students during her past 5 semesters here at the beach. And during this past year, she has also been able to represent our school of nursing both at the state and the national level with our CNSA chapter, and was a key advocate for exposing more of our members to conventions in San Diego, Santa Clara, and Seattle. And I had the privilege of working with her on the last CNSA board, and she was our amazing secretary who really helped organize us and get our club out there on not only the state, but the national level again since the COVID pandemic. So I have the extreme pleasure of giving the Daisy in Training Award to Samantha Wee. And now I will bring back up Samantha and Ben for the student address.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ben.
And I am Sam.
And we are here to celebrate an amazing group of people, the graduating cohort of December 2025. As many of us know, the journey through nursing school has not been an easy one. It seems like forever ago. We were all first semester students shaking in our boots, nervous and excited for everything we were about to learn. From taking our first manual blood pressure to reciting the 5 rights and 3 checks of a standard med pass, we eagerly absorbed everything we could, wanting to prove to ourselves just how we could be trusted to care for our real-life patients. At the same time, it feels like forever ago, we were turning in our first care plans, breathlessly awaiting the grades for what seemed like the most grueling, formidable assignment at the time. But since then, we have overcome these struggles, making ourselves better students in the process, by always striving for excellence. Semester by semester, care plan after care plan, with every challenge and simulation, we grew. We grew not only as individuals, but as an incredible group of people that I'm honored to call my friends. We all came to nursing school for different reasons. Some were inspired by the nurses in our lives. Others may have been drawn to the science, critical thinking, or hands-on environment. Many wanted to just simply make a difference in people's lives. Regardless of our why, we all persevered together, making it to our final milestone.
From strangers to classmates to friends to my future colleagues, there are no words that can describe the bonds formed from our struggle. From the countless late-night study sessions to navigating the unspoken challenges of clinicals, together we have overcome our fair share of breakdowns and breakthroughs. Thank you, Ia, for that inspiration. Standing side by side, We have grown to be each other's anchors in the crazy whirlwind we call nursing school. And for that, there are no words to describe the immense gratitude and pride I have for all of you. To the instructors and faculty here today, thank you for believing in us. Thank you for challenging us to be the best versions of ourselves. And thank you for guiding us as we transform from students to professional nurses. To our families and friends, thank you for the patience, encouragement, and love you constantly showed us. Your care and support kept us grounded in those moments of doubt and uncertainty, and we would not be here today if we did not have you. As we move forward and our paths lead us in our own directions, I want to remind us all that this is not the end of our journey, but simply another beginning. The pins that we receive today not only symbolize the hard work and dedication that brought us here, but also serve as a reminder of the responsibility that we will carry as incoming professionals. And as we take the next steps across this stage, let us move forward with the confidence, empathy, and compassion I know we all embody. Reaching this milestone with you all has been an incredible adventure, and I can't wait to see what the future has for all of us. Thank you.
And now I invite Dr. Debbie Rinaldi to instruct us on the history of the pin.
Good afternoon. My students and peds knows that there's always hats involved. It's an honor to stand before you today. Sorry, I'm kind of short. Before you today to tell the story of a small yet deeply significant symbol in the nursing profession, the nursing pin. Cal State University, Long Beach, our first pinning ceremony was in the 60s, and we had 12 students. Notice my hat from Malta. It has the Maltese cross on it. What is the connection with Malta and the nursing pin? When we think of Florence Nightingale, we often picture her during the Crimean War, the lady with the lamp, walking through the corridors of the military hospital in Scutari, tending to the wounded soldiers by candlelight. But the story of her legacy is not confined to Crimea. It extends far beyond, including the small but strategically island of Malta in the Mediterranean. It was here in the 1800s that Florence Nightingale passed through her way to the front lines of the military soldiers. Though she did not stay long on the island, Malta left a strong impression on her, and she in turn left a lasting impression. She took careful note of the state of hospitals and military medical services on the island, observing both strengths and weaknesses. Her insights contributed to her broader efforts to reform military healthcare across the British Empire. Now, why do I bring up Florence Nightingale? The origins of the nursing pin can be traced back to the Crusades of the 12th century. During this time, members of the religious and military orders, such as the Knights of the Hospitaller, wore badges to signify their dedication to the care of the sick and the wounded. These early emblems or pins showed courage and duty, qualities that remain at the heart of nursing this very day. Fast forward now to the 19th century, and we find ourselves in the era of Florence Nightingale, the founder of the modern nursing program. Nightingale recognized the importance of the training and professionalism, like what you have gotten in nursing. To honor the nurses who completed their training, she awarded them a medal, a gesture that evolved into what we now know as the nursing pin. Her legacy laid the foundation for nursing education and the ceremonial tradition that accompany it. Over time, nursing schools and hospitals began designing their own pins, each one with distinct colors, symbols, and mottos that reflected their values and philosophies. Whether it includes a lamp representing Nightingale's legendary lamp, a cross, a laurel wreath, or any other emblem, each nursing pin tells a story. There are so many different types of pins. Now, some pins are easily recognizable. There is, of course, the Girl Scout pin. So if I showed you this, you would recognize it quite easily. Of course, if I showed you this pin, you would also recognize it very easily that it was something from Disney. So at first glance, the pin might seem like a simple piece of jewelry, but in truth, it carries with it a legacy that spans centuries, a legacy rooted in service, sacrifice, and the noble pursuit of healing in nursing. Today, when a nurse receives the pin, it's more than just a rite of passage. It is a privilege, a silent but powerful promise to uphold the ethics, compassion, and commitment that the profession demands. It represents the long hours, the emotional strength it takes to care for others, and the resilience that we've all had to face. Let it remind you that the legacy you inherit in the path that you walk, you're not alone, but you are walking alongside every nurse who has come before you and every nurse who will come after. Our CSULB pin has its own design. The sides of the pin have 2 open books, which of course symbolize knowledge and learning, and is consistent with our education of with our institution of higher education. In the center is a nursing department design of an outstretched hand with an individual sitting in the palm. This symbolizes the aspect of the human caring, which of course is central to the nursing practice. Pins are not popular these days, but please know that this is an important tradition for nurses. You'll always remember this pinning ceremony, whether you wear your pin proudly on your scrubs or keep it in a drawer. You are not only following in the footsteps of Florence Nightingale, you're continuing the mission in the world that desperately needs your light. Keep it somewhere where you'll see it often, because it will do 3 things. It will remind you of your professional call to be a patient advocate, just like the courage of the Crusader Knights. Number 2, or you'll remember the support from your family, your friends, and all your teachers who helped you be successful. And it will remind you that you need to be firm in the knowledge and skills that you have learned at CSULB as you continue your career as a registered nurse. Today, as we place the pins on your uniform, we are not merely celebrating an academic achievement, we'll welcome you into the new generation of a sacred calling. Congratulations to each and every one of you. Thank you to our esteemed faculty, and may you go forward with strength, compassion, and purpose.
Okay, now the moment that we have been waiting for is your actual pinning. So if you didn't already do this, graduates, please have the pin outside of the box, which facilitate the time of pinning. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to be calling up the different either preceptor or faculty that have been asked to pin the students. So please bear with us as we have some transitioning. I'll try to direct you as we go along. So the first group, I'll call you up by groups. So the first group of preceptors and faculty that are going to be coming forward to help me are going to be Dr. Renali, Kate Malabon, Carrie Ritter, and Rhonda Dial, Jennifer Martinez-Salmon, and Marcy Pinney. Sorry, there's a lot there of people. So if all of those faculty I just called could come up like right around here. And then the students that are represented are going to be pinned by these faculty. If you could kind of queue up over by the BSN. I think you guys should be probably on that side, yes? Or no? Help. Okay. All right. So we're going to be starting with Dr. Renali's student. I believe that's Emily. Yes? Okay, so Dr. Renali, can you get us started off with the X's, I think? Yes. Okay. Emily Loy. You can tell them the order. You can tell them their order. Otherwise, and tell Carrie she's next. Next, Kate Malabon will be pinning Adrian Marquez. Next, Carrie Ritter will be pinning Noemi Casanova. Next, Rhonda Dial and Jennifer Martinez Salmon will be pinning Yolanda Sandoval.
Rhonda never got asked.
Next, Marcy Pinney will be pinning Noelle Lim. Okay, so I think we have our next group of faculty will be Veronica Velasco, Irene Ichikawa, and Samantha Zimmerman. If you could queue up right here. Thank you. Okay, Irene is going to start. Irene Ichikawa is going to start by pinning Joel Cisneros. I think it's right. Yeah. And next we have Samantha Wee. And next, Samantha Zimmerman will be pinning Tina Kim. Sorry, yeah, after you get pinned, we're gonna go towards the BSN sign, take your picture and come around. Next, we have Regina Santos. And next, Veronica Velasco will be pinning Sarah Munoz. And next, Valeria Hernandez. And our next set of faculty pinners is going to be Dr. Sharon Conrad and Nikat Ahmed. So I'm going to ask the students that are being pinned by Dr. Conrad or Nikat if you could kind of go that way and queue up by the BSN sign and be in the line to come forward. So, okay. I think we're starting with Dr. Conrad. Yeah, if you're being pinned by Nikat, you can also queue up behind. Great. Okay, here we go. Dr. Conrad is pinning Tunita Negretti. Next, Irene Ochoa. Sydney Donovan. No, sorry. Okay, next, thank you, Dr. Conrad. Next, Nikat Ahmed will be pinning. Thank you. And we'll start with pinning Summer Baha. Iya Enriquez. Leanne Sparkman. Kayla Vian Banda Kasika. Thank you so much, Nika. The next group of students, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, no, sorry. I'm sorry, thank you. Next. Okay. Oh, wait, it's Han. Okay, sorry, Han. Han Za. Jaden Tonthat. Sorry. Okay, and next we have Angela Mankoff, who will be pinning our next group of students. You can go to the back. Christina Kim. Maya Rollins. Karen Zainab Burgess. Sierra Akai. Benjamin Ostrom. Nanami Kozakai. Giselle Kiana Gondia. Adrienne Francesca S. Hidalgo. Joshua Navarrete. And next, Dr. Michael Williams will be pinning our RN to BSN students. So we'll have the RN to BSN students also queue up by the BSN sign, and Dr. Williams would come forward.
Tell them how bad my idea wanted to be.
Okay. Sorry, give me a minute. I'm just going between lists. Ton Hun. Saranya Kugan. Michael Lizardi. Rose Wynn. Jacob Pinilla. Thank you to all of our preceptor and faculty pinners, and then our new graduates. We do, but that was like an end of ceremony, like applause, but we do have a few more things to do. So just keep that, hold that thought. Okay, next I'm going to invite Dr. Sharon Conrad to come and do the nursing pledge.
Very good. Good afternoon to all of you here today. Today is the day that you have worked for years. You have studied, you have practiced, and you have grown into the nurses you have wanted to become. You have learned to think critically, use good clinical judgment, to advocate for patients who needed a voice, and to work as a team to support one another. Kudos to you. You have grown into nurses. You stand at the threshold of a career that expects you to use sound evidence-based knowledge, to practice with integrity, and to be the best you are capable of being. As you prepare to recite the Nurses Pledge, let's take a moment to recognize what this pledge promises. It is a promise for you to uphold the standards of care, to treat each and every person with dignity, and to continue learning for the rest of your careers. So, as our last group assignment, will you please all stand together? In preparation to recite the Nurses Pledge, I'm going to go ahead and start you off, and then I will back off, and let's try to say in unison. You will be our judges, our evaluators, to see if you can actually understand what we are saying. If not, I know that you will understand what you are saying and uphold this. Alrighty, 1, 2, 3. With full knowledge of the responsibility that I am undertaking,
I solemnly pledge myself to the service of humanity and will endeavor to practice my profession with conscience and dignity. I will maintain by all the means in my power to honor the noble traditions of my profession. The total health of my patients will be my first concern. I will hold in confidence all personal matters coming to my knowledge. I will not permit considerations of religion, nationality, race, or social standing to intervene with my duty and my patient. I will endeavor to keep my professional knowledge and skills at the highest level and give my support and cooperation to all members of the healthcare team. With full awareness of my qualifications and limitations, I will do my utmost to maximize the potential of the nursing profession and to uphold and advance its standards. I will maintain the utmost respect for humanity. I make these promises solemnly, freely, and upon my honor.
Thank you. I thought that was pretty good for your final official assignment. You can have a seat. We're going to take a moment to do a very special part of our ceremony, which is the blessing of the hand. So graduates, I want you just to, you can put the program, I guess, aside so that you can have your hands available to you. So I want you just to take a moment, graduates, just to look, put your hands face up in your lap, and just look down at your hands. You know, your hands are unique because as nurses, you work with your hands. And our hands administer great compassion, care, and skill. So keep looking at your hands and reflect on these thoughts. These are the hands that will give swift, skilled action in the saving of lives, giving CPR, titrating drips, administering nourishment, starting IVs, changing dressings. These are the hands that will comfort the dying as they take their last breath and console family when the life has not been saved. These are powerful, strong hands, educated hands, knowledgeable hands ready to put that knowledge into practice and empowered by the passion of our profession. These are the hands that will cradle a newborn, steady the aged, calm the frightened, and work to ease suffering. These are the hands that, even when wrung out with exhaustion at the end of a 12-hour shift or frustrated from juggling too many tasks at once, will never be too preoccupied or too busy to reach out to patients, to show favor and engagement with unspoken tenderness that nurses can convey with just a touch. So I'm going to do something a little bit differently than we usually do in our blessing of the hands. So keep your hands palm up. And I'm going to ask you just to raise your hands just a little bit off your lap, just to receive a blessing. And I know that we all come from different faith traditions in this audience. We can also express blessing as a form of affirmation and our support as a community. So whether you're coming into this space as a person of faith or one that just sincerely wants to support our graduates in every way possible, I would invite you, if you feel comfortable to do this, to just extend your hand as a sign of affirmation and support for our graduates. And graduates, just as a symbol of receiving, I want you to put your palms face up. Now, graduates, may these hands be blessed to touch every life they come across with skill and compassion. May these hands be blessed and strengthened for the work that you will do. May these hands be blessed to touch with gentleness, to embrace compassion, to show not just the knowledge you possess, but the care that you have for the person in that bed. Bless these hands. And now I'd like to invite Dr. Christina Campbell to come and do the Sigma Theta Tau induction.
Thank you for inviting me to speak today on behalf of Sigma Theta Tau, which is the International Honor Society for Nursing. I'm Chris Campbell, and I'm the Vice President of the IOTA chapter of Sigma Theta Tau and Assistant Professor at the School of Nursing at CSULB. I would like to take a moment to introduce our chapter leaders and members who are here with us this afternoon. We have Dr. Michael Williams, our president, and for our faculty or anybody in the audience, if you're a member of Sigma, can you stand? Sigma was founded in 1922 by 6 nursing students at Indiana University, and now has grown to an international community of over 1,000 nurses in over 100 countries. Sigma is dedicated to advancing nursing knowledge, teaching, learning, and service through cultivating communities of practice, education, and research. Our founders chose the Greek letters Sigma, Theta, Tau, taken from the Greek words meaning love, courage, and honor, as they believed them to be the enduring values that are the root of the nursing profession. I have been a proud member of Sigma since 1989. Yes, you can do the math and figure out how old I am. And I wear 2 pins today. I wear my nursing pin and my Sigma Theta Tau pin proudly. But today we're here to honor the graduates who are to be inducted into the Iota Eta chapter of Sigma. This induction honors their high academic achievement and leadership potential. Sigma's vision is to create connected, empowered nurses who transform global healthcare. You are now part of this mission and vision. Your induction is not the end or the culmination of your scholarly or professional achievements. Instead, your induction signifies the beginning of your membership journey, the start of your involvement within a global network of peers and mentors who are here to guide and support you wherever your nursing career may take you. If you were invited to Sigma and have not accepted your invitation, I strongly encourage you to do so. You have a year after you've been invited to accept membership. If you're interested in becoming a part of Sigma and want to know more about Sigma, please talk to me or any Sigma member so we can tell you more about our journey. So can I have our inductees come and stand in the front and face the audience, please? As I call your name, You're going to come forward and receive your certificate of membership and your honor cord from Dr. Williams. Christina Kim. Saranya Coogan. Benjamin Ostrom. Maya Rollins. Leanne Sparkman. Samantha Wee. Tone Nguyen. Iman Kasia. All right, hold on. All right, new signal members, please repeat after me. I accept membership in Sigma Theta Tau International. And I pledge to fulfill its commitment. To nursing excellence, knowledge, service, and leadership. Throughout my career. I now bestow on you the honor, the privilege, and the responsibility of membership into the Iota Eta chapter of Sigma Theta Tau. Please be seated.
As you reflect on your pins, and I know you love reflections, maybe you'll see it on your dresser when you're getting ready for work. Maybe you'll wear it when you pin an up-and-coming student as a preceptor. 2 years. Or, I dare say, as a faculty. We look forward to that. So remember the KSA. You know that one. Knowledge, skills, and attitude that you've studied and you've acquired. Let them guide you as you embark on a rewarding career. Remember, as Dr. Joe says, to remember the power that you have in knowledge and in favor and engagement. Remember to turn the pregnant patient to her left side. Don't just be a nurse, be a better nurse. People, actual real people, someone's friend, someone's family, will be depending on that. Congratulations to each of you on this remarkable achievement. May you continue to inspire and heal with every step you take. Go Beach. I would ask that our graduates stand. And now we can give them that rounding applause. you to everyone for attending and for your support throughout the last few years. Congratulations again, and I think we're going to want to take a photo together.